Can we do it? Can we make it? And here I am wearing, you know, like a 25-pound leather jacket, riding jacket. But, you know, better safe than sorry, so they say. Now this has just been a, woohoo, yeah, saw that light, didn't you, buddy? So then, I really got to do something about this road. A lot of wind in this helmet, you hadn't noticed. I don't like it when people, they kind of like, so the left lane is for passing or turning left, and the right lane is intended for through traffic or turning right. I want to pass, but people will just pick the lane that they're most comfortable in, often more than not. That's one of the things that just makes this a great road bike, even track bike, but a road bike, is that it just really has a lot of grunt right off of the bottom. And I think it helps also to, you know, ever-changing like road situations. Whereas on a track, you know, depending on the track, they got short tracks, they got long tracks, tracks with tighter turns, tracks with longer straightaways, that sort of thing. And depending on the way the bike is set up, the gearing ratios and all that, because, you know, and when you're tracking your bike, you set it up a variety of different ways. You know, which is why eventually going to a track turns into be a money. It turned into be a huge money pit, in my opinion. I generally try to. I mean, Sunday for me is, you know, a day I go to church and I spend with family and that sort of thing. And most of the days that you would go track a bike would be on Sunday. Although they do have some places that do it on Saturday, which would be preferable for me. I mean, I would prefer to go on a Saturday, and of course today is a Saturday, and so I ride, you know. And then people ask me, "Oh, you want to go?" I can only ride on Sunday because most people, a lot of people work like Monday through Saturday, and then, you know, they have a Sunday off, and so that's why a lot of people go riding on Sunday as opposed to Saturday. So I just and I don't mind ride. I prefer to ride alone most of the time. It's fun to have somebody to go riding with, but mostly it's just, I don't know, I just prefer riding by myself. I don't really have to think about anything else. And that's one of the things I like. Let's see if we can get ahead of this guy up here. For a place to, there's a couple of places up here to pass. Oh no. You see the car that doesn't have its lights on, you can't see. You know, I noticed the car with the lights on, which were actually behind that car. Like fourth gear, it just has so much rip right off of the corner. I mean, you just roll right on the throttle and it just pulls you right through the corner. That's one of the beautiful things about this motor. It's so so versatile. A thing about the Ep.3 800 that I test rode, that bike is it's thin on the bottom, but once you hit that like 7,000 or 8,000 RPM, I mean, it just all comes down. It's just like it's like Thor's hammer all comes down at once, and it keeps pulling and pulling. It doesn't lose anything. Even when you get it up in the top, it doesn't lose anything. It's amazing. You know, like Chef, the guy, one of these riders over in Europe somewhere, really great rider. I mean, the guy's phenomenal. The thing of it is, if you notice, like pretty much all of the roads he rides on, there's no secondary entrances to the road, or there are very few. And so when you're on a road that doesn't have any like driveways or side streets that are coming in, and you know this, and you know the road, of course, you can tear that road up. I mean, you could just totally eat that road alive, because you're not worried about people coming in from secondary roadways on your primary path of travel. And so that's why, I mean, well, even myself, I guess to speak for myself and say, I take a lot of, you know, that's part of the excitement. Some front and a little bit of rear brake here. Then push, push.